Today in our lecture we will discuss the electrical quantities which are commonly used in electrical power system. Electrical quantities are basically ampere, voltage and watt. These are basically three electrical basic quantities which are mostly used in the electrical system. First we will discuss what is ampere. Ampere measures the flow of electric current through the circuit. The symbol of ampere is A or AMP. It is defined as 1 coulomb of electric charge passing a point in 1 second. Ampere or 1 coulomb of ampere or 1 coulomb of electric charge is defined as 1 coulomb of charge passing through a point in a unit time is known as 1 ampere of electric current. The term is named after the French physicist André Marie Ampere, who discovered the relationship between electricity and magnetism. What it measures? Ampere quantifies the flow of electron in a conductor or ions in electrolyte. Ampere basically measures the flow of electron in a conductor. If suppose we say 1 ampere of electric current is flowing through the conductor, it means the 1 electron is flowing through the conductor in a unit time. How it is used? It is a standard unit for measuring electricity. Its standard unit for measuring the electricity in the international system of SI is A. It is used to power everyday devices such as hair dryers, home circuits, breakers, and electric vehicles. This ampere electric current is basically used for the several applications in domestic and industrial purposes. The next quantity is voltage. Voltage is the amount of energy given to the electron as they travel around the circuit. Voltage is basically the energy or a potential difference, energy difference between the 2 points which is given to flow the electron through the conductor. The unit of the voltage of the potential difference is the volt, and 1 volt is defined as 1 joule of a potential energy is given to the each coulomb of charge. So 1 volt is equals to 1 joule per coulomb. Voltage is measured by using the voltmeter. This voltmeter is shown in a figure. It is basically used to measure the voltage, and the symbol of the voltmeter is V, and this is also the voltmeter which is mostly used in the domestic and industrial application. Voltmeter is always connected in a parallel with the battery power supply. In this circuit you have seen that the voltmeter is connected to the circuit and in a parallel to the battery. To measure the voltage across a component in a circuit, the voltmeter must be placed in a parallel with it. Voltmeter is always connected in a parallel with the battery to measure the voltage across the battery. How is the voltage measured? The greater the amount of charge and greater the physical separation, the greater the voltage or stored energy. Greater the voltage is always measured between the 2 points in case the positive and negative charges. If you want to compare the voltage of several charged bodies, the relative force driving the various charges, greater the force that is driving the charges together. Greater the amount of charge and greater the physical separation, the greater the voltage. Voltage basically depend upon the amount of a charge of two charged bodies. Suppose if you have to estimate the voltage difference between the two charged bodies, then it depends upon the magnitude of a charge in two charged bodies and then the magnitude of the force at which these two charged bodies are repelling each other. Voltage basically depend upon this. Now we will discuss watt. The watt is the unit of the power or radiant flux in the international system of unit. Watt is the unit of the basically power equal to 1 joule per second. Watt is equal to the 1 joule per second. In other words, you can say that work done per unit time is known as a watt or power. It is used to quantify the rate of energy transfer. The watt is named in the honor of James Watt, an 18th century Scottish inventor, mechanical engineer. Overview. When an object's velocity is held constant at 1 meter per second against a constant opposing force of 1 Newton, rate at which work done is 1 watt. The 1 watt is basically defined as work done per unit time. At 1 unit time, how much work is done is known as a 1 watt. Its unit is a 1 joule per second, and it can also be written as a Newton meter per second, and it can also be written as kilogram meter square per second cube. Thank you.